And here we go. No, stop. Alright. Let's make a little... So where I'm trying to go... Here? Or... What's this? What is that? What? Okay, well it's not as far as it seems. Alright.
Begin scan.
Oh, I hate this.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
So I have to like walk around outside of the perimeter, or else it's just like brr, brr, brr. I'm just looking.
The paths we walk become roads, Sam. See the tracks you left behind? They tell a story. If you were a spy on a mission, you would have failed. But you're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist. Keep leaving that proof. Let people know you're out there. Give them the courage to come together again. As you expand the network and aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them to follow.
That was really pretty. Let's check our email really quick. From Benjamin Hancock. I don't really recall who that is. I don't think that's our doctor. Yeah, that's just the guy who runs the center we just left. How's BB doing, Sam? I hope you've managed to avoid autotoxemia altogether. I already got it, and you helped me cure it. By the way, I've been wondering how are your porter grades these days? Getting better and better, I imagine. Or maybe you don't really care about that stuff. Well, in case you do, I thought I might give you a quick primer since I know it can be confusing. Bridges has developed a unique system to evaluate porter performance, and it focuses on 5 categories: cargo condition, delivery volume, speed, bridge link, and miscellaneous. Obviously, the aim of the game is to get high grades in all 5 categories. If you ask me, though, you should prioritize cargo condition. I mean, what's the point of lugging something halfway across the continent if it's smashed to bits in the process? Sure, some people aren't all that bothered. Some will even let you get away with up to 50% damage or so, but come on. I imagine... Oh, sorry, I thought I had like a burp in my throat, but it went away. Imagine if you ordered a dozen thingamajigs and half of them were delivered broken. No, it's definitely better to put condition first. Treat your cargo with care and respect, and you'll be rewarded with way more likes, trust me. That was my motto back when I was a porter. It wasn't always easy, as you can imagine. Sometimes things got dicey, but I learned to hang in there and deliver my cargo in one piece. You'd do well to bear that stuff in mind, Sam. After all, you've got the potential to be a way better porter than I ever was. Yeah, I'm just out here doing your job for you. Alright. Let's read an interview. Wow, we have quite a few. Let's read about this. This is from the scientist. Necrosis and the Ancient Egyptian View of Life and Death. So before I go into this, I actually have a fascination with Egyptology. Just putting that out there. I've written lots of stories. I've studied this for a long time. It's a weird hobby that I just have. I've had it since I was really young. Something I just personally find really interesting. The Egyptians believed that we humans were composed of 2 elements, the Ha and the Ka, the body and the soul. Various texts expound upon their nature in detail, but perhaps it is simplest to conceive of them as follows. The soul is that which joins with the child in the womb and gives life to the body. It is also that which departs the body unto death. Ergo, the body is simply a vessel. Should the soul return to it, it will live again. Interesting. This is precisely what is observed in near-death experiences, a soul separated, albeit briefly, from its body. The Egyptians believed death not to be an instantaneous change of state, but a process by which the soul moves from one realm to another. But this process itself has changed thanks to Death Stranding. Alright, so that being said as a fact is interesting. Because everything seemed kind of strange. They keep calling me a repetaire or something like that. But in the normal order of things, when death occurs, the soul vacates the body and passes into the seam. The seam is that place on the beach where we saw our body in the ocean and we swam into it. The purgatory state that I was talking about. From there it transitions to the beach, and only then onto the world of the dead. Okay, so I was pretty right that the sea... So from there it transitions to the beach. Okay, so the soul vacates the body, passes into the seam. From there it transitions to the beach, and only then... So the beach is more purgatory. The seam is like the ladder to purgatory, or the ladder down to earth. It's a transitional point. But after the stranding, a soul that has already made its journey to the beach may attempt to return to its body in this world. So some people, once they're at the top of the ladder, can actually decide to climb down it. It was hard to believe at first, but the process of necrosis provided proof of this phenomenon that was difficult to deny. This is why it is imperative that we burn the bodies of the dead. The body must be destroyed to sever the link with the soul. Only then will the soul be free to journey to the world beyond. See, now that's very interesting to me. I think that implies that these BTs are somewhat of a... So a person that is necrotized already, so their soul is restless, and maybe it's trapped in the seam or the beach, their personal seam. These don't seem to be shared places for everyone. So maybe that's another question that I have now is, does everyone experience the same seam and the same beach? Or these personalized experiences? That's interesting. That's very interesting. We'll read this one and we'll save the other three for a little later. The word chiral comes from the Greek chir, meaning hand. Compare your left with your right. They seem similar in both size and shape, yes? Now face your palms away from you and place one hand over the other. Their shapes do not overlap exactly, but place your palms together and voila, a match. It is as if one hand is the mirror image of the other. But again, if you were to actually compare the mirror image of your hand to itself, we would see that the two are not identical. This is the essence of chirality, the state in which the mirror image of a shape does not match the original. I actually remember learning this in school. It's kind of funny. It has been theorized that BTs are mirror images of ourselves. That's almost in line with what I was saying, but slightly different. Were we to exist in the same point in time and space, our shapes, as it were, would not overlap neatly onto one another, save in reflection. And when our particles meet their opposites, a voidout occurs. Ooh. The new form of communication we have devised utilizes beaches, which are akin to mirrors, reflecting this world and the other, hence the term chiral network. Interesting. That gives us so much to think about. All right. Let's just keep walking for right now. My brain hurts. Oh no, come on. Where's the rainbow? Oh, not what I meant to do. Oh yeah. I just want to make sure I know where I'm going, so I'll just follow this valley up. What's that?
There we go.
Whoa. gonna grab this 120 package over here. And just keep going.
Okay. Let's just sit here for a second.
Good rest. Uh-oh. Oh. Where am I? Alright, we're gonna take this big ass... Oh, okay. Alright, I need everything else. Alright, this should be a little easier now. Let's toss this in here really quick. Just because I'm already right here. I hate that you have to go all the way down to confirm every time. It's okay though. Can I make it down there? Yeah. I'll make it down there. No, stop. I'm nervous. I'm like almost there too. Here it goes.
We've got company.
Where are they? No! Oh my god! What is happening? Whoa! No, 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 no. What am I supposed to do here? Oh man. Where am I? This is so crazy. I don't like it. Butt. Oh my god. That's the consequence?